Whether you had your baby months, years, or even decades ago, you'll know that you might have been left with a little bit of leaking when you run or jump or laugh or sneeze or cough. So what we're going to do today is work on some pelvic floor strengthening exercises to help you get rid of those annoying symptoms. Okay, so we're going to begin sitting with our big toes touching and then just sitting back on your heels. Now what I want you to do is take a breath and expand your ribs. On your exhale, we're hugging our core muscles in, our pelvic floor is drawing up, and we're going to lift up, raising your arms so everything here is really tight and hugging in. Sitting back down and relaxing those muscles momentarily. We take our breath in. Exhale, we hug everything in again and we lift up and down. We're going to move a little faster now. We're going to do 8 more rounds. So the muscles relax when we come down. They contract and activate when we come up. Four more. Last one. And release. Come over onto your hands and knees here. So shoulders and wrists are stacked and hips and knees are stacked. What I'm going to get you to do is to take a breath in. And then on your exhale, everything hugs in again. So imagine, well, don't imagine, you'll feel it, that your stomach is lifting in. It's lifting away from the mat. I'm just going to get you to lift your right knee up off the ground here. And we're going to hold it for the count of 5, keeping that contraction through your pelvic floor and your abdominal muscles as best you can. If you lose the connection, it's okay. We're going to drop that leg down. Take a breath in. Exhale, everything drawing up and in, left knee lifting. For a count of 4, 3, 2, 1, drop it down. We're going to do both knees lifting up off the mat this time. So take a breath in. Exhale, we contract, lifting knees up off the mat for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop it back down, rest for a moment so the muscles relax. Go again, breath in and contract. Draw your pelvic floor muscles up and lift up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop it down. We're going to do one more of those, you guys. So ready? Take a breath in. Exhale, contract, lifting up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop it back down. Beautiful work. We're going to stay in this all fours position. Once again, belly's hugging up, not collapsing down, although it's very tempting at times, I know. And we're going to take our right leg up. So we're going to take little pulses with your heel lifting up towards the sky. Let's go for 10, 9, 8, lifting away from the mat, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. We're going to do the other one now. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Amazing work. Release. Come sit down on your bum. Bring your feet together and your knees apart like you're doing butterfly pose. Take your hands behind you so your fingertips are pointing back towards your feet. Take a breath in. Now as you exhale, you got it. So we're drawing our pelvic floor muscles up as we lift our pelvis and hips off the mat. Place it back down with control. So I'll do one more for you really slowly again. Take a breath in. Exhale, we're drawing up, contracting, dropping back down. So we're going to do 8 of those together. You can find your own rhythm if I'm moving too fast for you. Six, 7, 8. Beautiful work. Come down to lie on your back. So taking your feet as wide as your hips, your knees and your ankles are in line. And we're going to take some rounds of bridge here. So what I want you to really do here is to be able to mobilize your pelvis. So right now in resting position, there should be a little bit of space between your back and the mat. Not a lot, just a little bit. And I'm going to get you to tilt your pelvis up towards the sky. You'll feel that what happens when you do that is your back flattens to the mat. Now the other thing that I want you to be conscious of is when you do that your stomach is not ballooning out and that you're really hugging your muscles in like a corset towards your midline. So just something to be aware of. So now that we've got that pelvic tilt up, you're going to roll your spine up off the mat. So like one vertebra peeling up off the mat at a time. This gives you a lot of control, it gives you a lot of awareness, and it gives you a lot of strength. Now we're going to take the arms overhead as well, really stretching them long, pushing up as high as you can, really feeling your back muscles stretch, pelvic floor drawing in. And then with control, we're rolling our spine down the mat. Pelvis at neutral again, which means that there's that space between your back and the mat. Let's go again. So we're tilting our pelvis up, finding that connection with our back to the mat, rolling our spine up off the mat, taking our arms up over our head, really pushing our feet down, lifting our hips up high. Beautiful work. And then rolling it down. We're going to do 5 more of those. A little bit faster if you can, but I still want you to really move with control. So tilting pelvis up, rolling up. Remember, stomach not ballooning out. And rolling down. Let's go again. Got 2 more. Last one. And down, beautiful work. Hug your knees into your chest for a moment. We'll just take a nice little rock, circling your knees, whatever feels good for you here. And then just bringing your legs together. You're going to drop your knees out wide. Our feet are keeping nice and flexed. Dropping your knees out wide, you'll feel that stretch and activation through your inner thighs. Now, as we draw the legs together, I want you to draw your pelvic floor in and up as well. So it's like a pelvic floor contraction happening while we do all these exercises, which is the beauty of the method that I teach, because we're not just isolating the pelvic floor muscles, we're working those pelvic floor muscles in unison with everything else in our body. Let's go again. So we're taking our knees wide, switching on those pelvic floor muscles and drawing everything back up together. You got it. We're going to do 8 more. You'll feel your core muscles are switching on as well, which is wonderful. 5 more. And release. All right, let's take some knee circles again. Now we're going to take our legs up into the air, push through your heels. We're going to take little pulses up. So this is very strong through your abdominal, your lower abdominal muscles, but as well we're going to really fire up our pelvic floor muscles as we lift and lower back down with control. Let's go. So as you lift, you're drawing those pelvic floor muscles in, so you're finding that pelvic floor contraction as we lift up and down, and then momentarily they relax. And that can take a little while for you to kind of really feel that happening and for the muscles to really understand what they're doing. But that's all right. With practice, you'll get there. We're going to do 10 more. And release. Let's take a happy baby. So grabbing the outer edges of your feet, you can also grab the backs of your thighs. If your tailbone is super lifted, I want your back to be flat on the mat as best you can. And then we can take some little rocks from side to side again. That's the way. Roll over onto your side. I'm going to get you to kneel. Stretching your arms out. As we lean back here, you're going to draw everything in and up, just like you've been doing in all the exercises. So ready? Let's take a breath in, expand. Exhale, we contract. Just go back as far as feels okay for you. It doesn't have to be far at all. Take a breath in, lean back, and up. Three more. Last one. And release. We're going to take child's pose to end, so taking your big toes to touch. Sit back onto your heels, stretch your arms forwards and really lengthen through your spine here. So we're just going to take a moment after those strength-based exercises to really rest and relax our muscles. If you've done my classes or programs before, you'll know how much I really promote the need for our muscles to properly function in both of those ways. Strengthen, relax. And then lifting up and out of child's pose. Thank you so much for being here today, for joining me on your mat. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you for our next class. Bye guys.